This conference will now be recorded.
I will call this Richland City Council meeting to order for February 27th, 2023. All are present. Stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Excuse me. Have any additions to the agenda? Corrections?
Move to approve the agenda.
I'll second.
Have a motion by Jason and a second by Jody to approve the agenda.
Lauren.
Or Lauren, sorry.
It's okay. I've been called a lot of things worse than that.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. Consent agenda items? Anything, questions there?
Nope.
Mhm.
Move to approve.
I'll second that.
Have a motion by Lauren and a second by Jason to approve the consent agenda items. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. Pass. All right, we'll move down to the care center report.
Right. Care center report. For our current month, currently we are at 37 residents. We have 45 open beds. So we're at 82% in our census. Our average for the first quarter was 81%, with an average of 36.6 beds full. Our budget is 42 beds full. The census continues to grow. We were down, and after December, we lost 10 people in December that passed away, and got us down to a low of 31. And we bounced up to 35 and down to 32 and back up to 36. We're making progress. We should be at 38 or 39 by Wednesday. Staffing wise, we did some trimming of hours in January due to that. Everyone participated. They did a great job. Reduced enough in hours to save us roughly $10,000, and they did a bang up job as a group trying to eliminate waste. So that what's another piece of gauze and another Band-Aid or whatever, and they reduced a lot of things because they didn't just waste stuff. They did a very good job. So, operations wise, we're looking at continuing working with staffing agencies to fill in gaps in our schedule. We're working on a recruitment plan to reduce the use of staffing agencies by 50% come April. We're going to have a recruitment party in March. We hope to get a few people out of that. That will be widely known. We're trying to make it a big deal so that the staff that are currently there can earn a referral bonus for bringing people in, and they can also earn that referral bonus after they are hired and have worked for 90 days. So, trying to make some things work there. Because of our financials being the way they've been, we're also trying to look at some staff increases for a mid-year increase in April. I haven't worked that out completely yet, but right now it's looking very promising. So on top of their annual increase, we hope to give them a mid-year increase as well. Nurse aides have continued to be very difficult to find, but now we are able to accept non-certified staff again through June, I think, as long as they are willing to take a class and get certified, taking the test at some point. They've got to be in that class within their first 60 days of employment, with us, so
You do that class here?
we can't do the class here. Due to a survey issue we had last spring. So we fixed that survey issue, but because it happened within the last year, we can't do a class. So we have to wait until next year to have that class.
Didn't the state authorize free tuition for CNAs?
Yes,
Is anybody taking advantage of that?
multiples.
Yeah.
But the difficulty with that is when the state did that, people might come to us, take the class, and,
They can go
somebody else is hiring and giving
paying
them
more money. I get you.
And the staffing agencies have really hurt us a lot in that respect. The staffing agencies are willing, they're able to offer $10 more an hour sometimes than what we can. And we
Yeah,
just
but
can't
they're taking
compete.
some of that $10 an hour too. Aren't they the staffing
Absolutely.
agency?
Well,
We're charging it to him.
the staffing agency, like for certified nurse aides, our average wage or our beginning wage right now is $15.50. And most of our people make more than that. But to start with, you make $15.50. To start in one of those groups, they might make $24 an hour. And that group is charging us $34 an hour. So they make $10 on top of what they pay that person. That person doesn't have a schedule. They don't know where they're going to work tomorrow. They don't have any PTO. They don't have any health care. They don't have any retirement.
Okay.
So when you're 25 and flying high, hey, this looks great. I'm making all kinds of money. I can work wherever I want. If I don't like the administrator, I'm out of here. I'll go work for somebody else.
Makes sense.
So that's been difficult. But we're trying to combat that. They are having some more difficulties with their staffing as well, because the people that started doing that at the beginning of COVID are starting to get burnt out because they bounce. They might drive 80 miles to go to work, and they don't realize how much that burns them out. Now, on my side of this, I know it sounds rough, but for us, if we've got Chad's a nurse aide and he says, well, I've been working here for 2 years. I've only gotten a 6% increase. I'm going to go work for that staffing agency. And then I live here in town. I'll just pick up the open shifts. Boss says, no, you can't. 1 year. You can't work at my place for a year while you work for that staffing agency. Sorry, Charlie, you're going to travel.
Yep.
So it's kind of a hardcore way of doing it, but
How else could
You
you?
have-
you got to do that.
It keeps people home.
Yeah. You want to work for us? You work for us.
Has anyone tested that theory in court?
Nope.
Someone will.
Somebody will at some point. But until they do, we're going to continue to do it.
Give me the idea.
Yeah. Don't write that down.
Yeah.
No,
But
but yeah, that could.
yeah, that's a very good point. Infection control, if you haven't heard, we're still wearing masks because Waseca County's transmission rate is still high. Every county around us is high. There's a couple up in hockey country. Evidently, they don't get sick up there. But they're still pretty low.
Out of the ER.
And the financials looked very positive for the month of January. We were in the black. Really, I'd like to share with you the numbers, but I'm just not 100% certain they're completely accurate right now. So rather than blow everybody out of the water with the numbers, I just say we did well. Our rates went up. That helped a lot. In January, we did the ECPN, which has been done annually for several years, I think. And that is money that we pay back to the city, so to help us out. And it's good money. It's that amounts to $43 a day per person. So that's wonderful. And the rate increase was probably that and a little bit more for the state. So we're doing very well per resident per day. Our Medicare numbers are improving. November and December, we went from the average of 1 Medicare resident to January, we are 4. This month, I think our average is 7. So that looks really
And
well.
all their payments are starting to come in now?
Not quite.
Yeah.
We're still working on it.
Oh, yeah.
So this is just money on paper.
They know.
It's no paper money, it's money on. But, so I am very hopeful. I do have a few people on my desk that I need to make calls on. The sale of a house pending and the sale, some of those things. And we just need to keep those lines of communication open. Lindsay's been very good at it. Today she says, I'm gonna let you call. Yeah, that's fine. So that's what we're doing. Otherwise, like I said, we trimmed hours because of census. Everybody's got those hours and dollars back now. So we are looking for more people. If anybody knows a nurse or a nursing, please send them our way.
Bob, you just started the audit for last year?
Yes, Clifton Larson Allen started that in January, and it isn't Dale, it was Jordan or Josh or something like that.
Okay.
So, yeah, that's been started. They're hoping to get that in a more timely manner this year than they did last year.
Yeah.
All I would, thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. All heard the care center report, all in favor of accepting, say aye.
Aye.
Or a motion, sorry. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
I'll second.
Have a motion by Jody and a second by Lauren to accept the care center report. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Just do a couple other steps. Move on to people services.
Hi, guys.
Hi, Shell.
Hello.
Okay, ready?
Ready.
Oh, yeah.
Did mercury samples, that's done twice a year. And I did see they were a little different from years past, and I'm not sure why.
Up or down?
Hmm?
Up or down?
Up.
Is it?
Yeah. So I'm not quite sure why, but just stuff we have to look at. This is not very good stuff, so. The 2 blowers in the Morton building, I tore them all apart, cleaned them, did all that, and then one always runs the discharge pressure is just a little bit slightly lower than the other one. Never knew why. Well, in the midst of me cleaning everything, yeah, there's a cracked pipe in the back. So, yeah, the blower will not be as efficient as it should be. So that one is off right now.
Is it a cast iron pipe or?
Steel, yeah. So, and it's just a chunk about this big. That's all it is. It's right around, I'm hoping if I can get it off there, it's just something simple, but it's only a chunk about that big. So I'll have to see, working on it. But that's some of the reason that.
Is that an inch and a half?
That's a 4-inch.
Can you get a Fernco around it?
No, not where it's bolted in at. That's where it's at. It'd be
Okay.
nice if it was in the middle.
Right.
But,
Okay,
Yeah.
just
yeah,
thinking.
I know, I thought of that too. I thought it would be great if it was in the middle. But
Never
it's, yeah,
works
it's right
that
on the bolt side.
Okay.
The floats in the prelim building. These have not went off many times. Okay, well, the wipes get wrapped around them, and there's 2 floats. One to make the rate go off on the bar screen, and the other one will tell you if there's high level. In January, it went on, it didn't go off, and there was over 4.5, almost 5 feet of water in the bottom of that building.
Ugh.
Thankfully, it did not come to town. Yeah, and no alarms went off. So there is something wrong with the floats. So Straight River, Ori, that's on his list to make sure them are working properly, and that a backup alarm in my lift station at the plant, we do need a backup alarm on there for that. Because otherwise nobody
know.
would have known.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you check over and above the alarm going off? If you know that you're having this problem, do you check these on a regular?
Well, you go
Basis.
down every morning and you gotta tear all the wipes, all the fat, all the debris from this bar screen. And I have this little digital thing I can watch when the pumps go on and off, and it's like 1,500 gallons. Each time it pumps, it's 1,500 gallons. It's like a foot of water in there. Each time that's what it'll pump. Well, you can tell just by the numbers that the bar screen's getting full. The bar screen, it should run efficient, but they don't run efficient because now there's the wipes, the meat, the fat, the extras, eggs. I had eggs in there.
Huh?
Yeah.
Since they put out that
There's
blurb,
all
have you had
kinds
less?
of,
Since we put out the blurb about telling people not to do that?
yeah, it's,
Have you had less?
it is education. That's
But I mean,
about-
have you had less since they did
No,
that?
no.
No, I don't think that's gonna happen.
Yeah, so they, when you pull them wipes out, like a Lysol wipe, they'll rip them out of the thing, everybody does it. And then when that goes into the toilet, then it wraps around the pumps, or the floats, it just wraps and wraps and wraps, so every day you gotta pull them off. But it does need a backup alarm to be able to say, hey, we're gonna be flooding in town shortly. Get out here,
And
so,
you're saying Straight River can do that?
yeah, he
So,
can look.
The council previously approved up to $6,000 for electrical repairs out there.
Okay.
I think the quote came in at like $6,700. So I told them to just go ahead and start.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need a
Yeah.
backup just in case on that.
Yep.
And the lights, of course, I still have lights.
So yeah, if there's something, if there's something additional that comes out, we'll bring that to the council for approval. But that's the
Yeah.
plan. But that fixes the majority of that punch list of things that she had brought to our
Yeah.
attention. So.
But
Okay,
that's
good.
what's going on there, so. And if I'm not here and have to get here, yeah, somebody would have to turn on the pump manually.
Well, does Eric know how to turn on that
Yeah.
manual pump?
Can Eric do that?
I can do it.
Well, I just
Anybody-
think he's closer to Nurchland than you are,
Yeah,
or
if I
Braden.
had to get here real quick, yeah, it's 22 minutes.
Right, because Braden lives in town, or I could do it too. It don't matter, just as long as
Yeah.
somebody can get the pump on.
Yeah, and as long as I could just show you how to do it, because it will
Yep.
be a tidal wave.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Okay,
Okay,
good.
just in case. Plan it
so we're
out.
not gonna worry about it. It's not gonna happen.
I'm a little worried today about it, so.
I'm waiting.
Otherwise, all the work orders are finished for the month. The water and the waste, it was only 220,000 extra for the month of January that came through from what the water was used. So that's really not too bad. We'll see what this month is with the rainfall, but 220,000 isn't much
No,
for a town of 1210,
1,200.
1,200.
Okay.
So that's not too bad, but we'll see tomorrow what it's like.
Yeah, when the,
Otherwise, that's about it.
move to approve? The
I'll
People
second.
service report?
have a motion by Lauren and a second by Jason to accept the people service report. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. Thanks, Jill.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We'll move on to the street department report.
Eric's back.
It was a fast month.
Yeah.
It's really fast when you take a week off, isn't
Yes, it was.
We missed you.
No, you didn't.
it?
Oh, stop it, Cody.
I, accidentally grabbed the wrong sheet, so I got it. Oh, okay, yeah. So,
Here, you can use mine.
sure. Thank you.
You need shell sheeters too?
Yeah.
I seen you were kind of squinting to see the screen.
So, yeah, we had a fast month. We had a water line break down there on, First Street Southwest. Which created some problems. A lot of our valves weren't shutting off our water. So we gotta take a serious look into that. More or less when we're redoing these roads. So tear a road down, you might as well put the valves, if they're not working, what's the use having them?
It's the reason why we shut the whole town off.
Yeah,
Yes.
right.
Yes.
So WD-40 wouldn't loosen them up?
How do you get to it?
Yeah, I'm sure it's down a ways.
So we gotta, with our streets, we gotta start really looking into what we wanna do here in the next, before spring.
Okay.
We have an engineer coming on the 13th.
Yep,
And,
from Bolton and Mink, who does our water stuff, water and sewer stuff.
so,
And Eric and I are gonna sit down with him, talk about our aging trickling filter and water sewer stuff.
Mhm.
But, First Street Southwest is a issue.
Well, I can tell you the water main break that we had 2 years ago, the water main break that we just got done with, and the water main break that we had 5 years ago are within a block.
Yeah.
In the same street. Like
And
house, no, or 3 houses apart on that. whole-
None of those shut off work.
So you're talking about the whole east-west street?
Well, Eric and I had kind of started talking about maybe this is one of those situations where we pull the asphalt off and fix those things that need to get fixed and let that sit over the winter and then pave it the next year,
Right, because
as opposed to trying to make our money go a little further.
Further, makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, Janesville let Highway 14 sit gravel for a whole year after they did that street repair project.
but we found abandoned lines on of the lines that we were trying
Oh,
to
really?
fix. Yeah.
Do you know where the valves are? I mean, we have a map or a grid or something?
Oh, yeah.
No, okay.
Yeah, we got all that.
Okay.
That
So
street and
that was-
School Street.
That was one project that we really need to look into, and then School Street. Ooh, that's looking bad.
Yes.
Especially with, right now with the water going down into these pockets and then.
Freezing.
Then freezing.
popping up.
Yep.
I looked at it today and it almost scared me, it was so bad. Oh, it was bad. So you'll find pieces of asphalt all over it.
It doesn't take much to break up asphalt. It's easy to do.
So Tony does have a list, but we'll look more into that next.
Yeah, we'll have a better idea for you guys for the March meeting, about after we talk with Bolton and Minkin. Our biggest thing is, the biggest thing is, do we need to replace water and sewer? And if we do need to replace water and sewer, then that changes the whole dynamic of how we have to attack it, because there'll be bonding and all kinds of other stuff that has to happen with that, so. But, I mean, if our sewer and water infrastructure is, gonna give us another 20, 25, even maybe 30 years, then maybe we just dig up those valves and fix those valves and then replace the asphalt, but without working with an engineer to try to figure out where that's at. I mean, we have to do something with the valve. We have to fix the valves.
The valves are about, I got it listed under, but about $1,800 a piece. That's just for the valve.
And that's not labor.
Labor, yeah.
So,
But I think Eric's got a good idea of which valves for sure that he would like prioritized. So,
and I would think, I don't know, maybe you guys know a lot more than I would, but, what's the oldest part of town? Is it probably the south?
No, I don't think
West?
so.
No?
It's this.
Right here?
It's like Broadway and
Pam would
Just
know.
like that map.
Pam was here when it was started. so,
She's one of the first settlers.
She was, horse and buggy days, she was here. Yeah, I think it's Broadway and then a block or two on each side over to the railroad tracks.
I think the biggest problem with the First Street Southwest is it's been overlaid so many times. And it's never been milled. So if you look at the edges of the road, it all goes like this. I mean, the concrete is this much higher than the curb.
The blacktop
The
is, yeah.
blacktop's that much over the curb. Yeah. So it's just drainage isn't working properly, which is causing more problems.
Yeah.
And so that's definitely gotta be one of the streets that needs to be attacked.
Mhm.
So, but it is fixed. We gotta dump more sand in it. It's settling.
I bet it is.
So anyway, that was.
It was cold that day, I'll
I
tell you
bet
that.
it was.
Please kind of, get ready for next month.
Okay.
It's gonna be,
Are we
Alright.
thinking that a sewer lining project would work in that situation for the sewers if we have to do
It
anything?
depends on the age and infrastructure of what's going on and how many breaks or roots or, you know, what we got going on. And
There's
everything.
no
So
trees over there.
without televising that section, it'd be almost tough to.
absolutely, and you might have some television done, right, on that, down there?
I might have some.
If you wanna just
Dig it up.
glance and see if you got it, cause that guy's coming on Wednesday.
This Wednesday?
Well, you don't need to have it then, but,
He's coming this
The one-
Wednesday?
no, next
The
month.
13th.
Oh, okay.
No, 2 Wednesdays. 2 Wednesdays.
15th, yeah.
I think you guys televise like 6 different times. And I have most folks, not the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect. So, might get me getting some more snow Wednesday.
Yep.
Should be much.
That's when we get hammered, when they say
Yeah.
it's not.
I'd just be a dust.
Yeah.
So I have softener salt on there, that's
Mhm.
for 6th Street for the apartment buildings, so that's a pallet. Just asking to,
Yeah, and I told Eric, we'll just since it's under 500, we'll just let him take it.
Yeah, no problem.
And then the Kubota, our lawnmower.
Do we have anything in reserve for that mower?
Yes,
Not 25,000.
No, but what are they gonna give us for the one we have?
13.5.
No, 16.15.
So here's the deal with that lawnmower. We had does that come with a 5-year warranty now?
Okay.
Still?
We're at the end of the warranty.
Right, but this new one will come with the 5-year warranty again?
That's if we purchase it, it's an extra $1,300 for an extra 2 years,
Yeah, cause we purchased the,
which you did last time.
correct, so we purchased the extended warranty, which has saved us 3 times.
Has it?
Yes.
So this, basically, all the problems that they've had with this Kubota have been fixed by upgrades that they've made to this model. Everything that we have minus the deck, the mowing deck, is compatible.
Okay.
So we don't have to buy a new blower, we don't have to buy a new sweeper, nothing.
Oh, good.
It would just be
And you
swapping.
get air conditioning with it.
Swapping out the
Ooh.
mower.
So it would just be upgrading the mower deck and everything else is
Okay.
compatible.
But their emissions, I don't know how they jumped away from it, but they don't have the emissions on the new ones. Don't know why. Doesn't make sense to me either, but
How's it get out of the factory?
I don't know. But he says these don't have emissions.
Here, you want that back?
Yes, for you guys.
What do we have in there?
Probably.
I don't know for sure. I couldn't find exactly the one, but there is about $120,000 in the capital fund for the street reserve. I don't know. I know that's broken down by truck, mower, but I couldn't find that document. I was hoping to work with Lane on that to try to figure that out.
So the last time we did this, we had that old John Deere.
Yep.
And we had that for 12, 15 years and we got $3,000 for it when we traded it in. So this is kind of our idea of upgrading so we don't lose so much.
I think it has to happen. So how soon can you get one by summer?
They got 2 ordered, and he said he'll hold one for me. But if we don't take this one, I know this sales pitch, I'm sure. But I said, if we decide to do it in a month, it might be, if the 2 are gone, it might take a year to get the
Yeah.
rest.
Mhm.
I'm sure.
So,
That's why,
but no, I do not know when these 2 are coming in. So
So it could be 6 months.
it could be tomorrow.
yeah,
Could be tomorrow.
So
Right.
what I think I'd like to do is I can get a better idea of where the capital fund is at, cause I know specifically in that street fund, it's broken down by plow truck. But I couldn't, like I said, I could not find that. But let me find that for sure, find out where we're at. And then we can look. And I even have it ready for the next, we don't even have to wait till the next, I mean, we can go at the next meeting, so.
Is that something he would hold for us?
It's this quote is good through the 24th of March.
Yeah, that
Oh,
is,
okay.
but I don't know
Okay.
if he'd hold the machine though.
Well,
That I haven't asked him.
yeah, but I mean.
What if the
I
quote-
know.
Well, if we have 120,000 into it,
Right, but if it's earmarked for roads versus mower versus, it would take a council resolution to move those funds.
Is it possible to see if he'll hold it till our next council meeting, till the day after, where we
Yeah,
could
yeah,
decide then?
I don't see that he wouldn't do that.
So we gotta find basically $10,000.
25.
No,
25,
25 is what they
25.
trade.
With the trade,
With the trade already.
yeah.
10,000 sounded better.
Yeah, and that's why I say, like, to look, dig a little closer.
Sure. Well, I think we just wait till you get back to us.
The other part is, do you? Yeah, we still need that small tractor, don't we?
As of right now, yeah.
There's
Yes, we got the-
no way you could do
Well, you got,
alleys and stuff with that bigger tractor?
no, you got the tiller on that.
We got the tiller and we got the box plate on that thing.
Mhm.
I was just thinking if we didn't need that anymore, you could trade that.
Yeah.
It wasn't a deal.
There was one piece of equipment we could get rid of.
We could get rid of all of that just by a skid loader. and
Yeah,
then
well,
our problems would
I
be
agree.
solved.
I know, Will, we've talked about it before, but how much you think the tractor's worth?
100,000.
Really?
The
Which one?
the red tractor.
The international.
Yeah, 100,000.
It is?
I think so.
See, ultimately what I'd like to do is I'd like to get rid of the tractor and the honey wagon and the John
Yeah.
Deere and get a really nice skid steer
Right.
with some attachments on it, and then, we save some space and time and money. And
That's
So-
good.
I would recommend the council just table this to the next meeting, and Eric and I will do some creative
Financing,
budgeting
Yeah.
and financing
Yeah.
for the next couple of weeks.
Okay,
it's only money, we'll make more.
we'll find something.
3 months.
You start digging in the street out there, you might find something.
I will say just for the council, that we have had so many people stop in or have phone calls about how awesome Eric and Braden have done the snow removal this year, and so I just wanted you guys to know that.
Yeah.
we've
People
had a
have
lot of
commented
really
to
good
me.
Comments.
Yeah.
So
So,
you
good
guys
job.
did a
I echo those sentiments.
Yep, good job.
So we'll table that for now.
Okay. Then, we have some hydrants that probably need a little attention. They're getting pretty dirty.
Yeah.
Pretty bad.
awesome.
And, I've been here 10 years. They haven't been touched since. And I know it was, so I don't know when the last time they painted them here in town.
Probably
It's
It
never.
might have been when Jody and I were on the city council.
They were?
I think it might have been.
Okay.
I don't remember.
It wasn't that long ago.
You don't think it was that long ago?
Some of them are pretty black. I've often wondered how is that when they have to put some kind of lubricant on the openings to get them open, or people dumping oil on them, or then dirt gets on them?
It's just, it's been so.
I mean, the one over here by the creek is terrible.
Yeah.
I mean, you wouldn't even know it's there.
So I drove through Owatonna, kids were playing ball, and they had some, I thought they had all brand new hydrants. Oh, they looked good. So I called up Owatonna, said, who painted your hydrants? I said, it is just a wonderful job. So that's this B&B out of Maple Lake. Yeah. So I don't know, I didn't think $135 a piece for sandblasting and painting, I didn't think that was
No,
out of.
How many do we have?
We got probably over 50, but I know not of them, all of them need to be done.
Right, 'cause
We have
some are
on
new.
Third Street, They did that,
Yeah,
Third and Birch are new.
yeah.
Main Street's new.
So it's a minimum of 30 for that price.
would we paint them all red?
Have to.
Yeah.
You have to?
We have to.
Yeah.
I thought I've been in towns where they've been different colors.
There are different
I've seen
towns that
blue
have
ones.
different colors based on the hydrant capacity.
Oh.
If the flow capacity is higher, then sometimes there'll be a different color hydrant just so the fire department.
I've
Yeah, I've
seen
seen
green.
green ones, I've seen
Yeah.
yellow, I've seen blue.
Yeah, but usually that's in bigger cities where some hydrants can handle,
Okay.
1,500 gallons per minute as opposed to 1,200.
But ours would be all painted red. Okay.
Sure, the fire department's got $4,000.
I'm assuming that's after the snow's all kind of gone sort of job.
Yeah,
So you're
I think it's
looking
what he,
at
because I think
$4,050.
Otana's gonna have to
$4,000.
go back again. And he said he'd match it, just.
So that would kind of
Yeah,
fall
no
under
knows that
maintenance, wouldn't it?
over here, so.
I would think so.
So,
Oh,
Or as Julie said.
look into that one too.
Yeah, see,
We're broke.
Okay.
we haven't moved on it much, have we?
So.
Okay.
So does that guy, you have to get on his list or he signs a contract or?
I was just telling him, I said, Otana's gonna have a bunch of more of theirs done, and they said they just put us right after, so I.
Okay.
so Eric and I will come up with a list of how many need to be done,
Yep.
and then we'll get you a quote.
Okay.
That's-
Good. That's a good idea.
Go for it. Let's see. Snooze, snooze.
Last one is, the shop grates in the shop are rotting.
Yes.
We've fallen through on a couple of them.
Huh?
Yep, it's the salt, it's everything that goes on in there.
Let's replace shop grates if needed. I'll make a motion to replace the shop grate.
That's a safety issue.
Yeah, it's a
Second.
safety issue. That's an OSHA thing.
Have a motion by Jody and a second by Lauren to replace the shop grates. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Just fix.
So the next time it's usually a maintenance thing and it's a OSHA thing, just do it.
Yeah.
That's important.
That's all I got for you.
Move to accept the report?
Have a motion by Lauren and a second by Jason to accept the street department report. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay.
Lauren, if you forget my name.
Thanks, Eric.
Sometimes it's Lauren Christensen, whatever.
I just gotta sit, you guys gotta switch sides.
We can move around.
Switch nameplates.
Yeah, we can do that.
We'll do that every meeting.
All right, moving on.
We'll go down to the swimming lessons.
All right, so Sarah, Joe, and I have been working on upcoming lessons, working on an employment thing and then reaching out to the school, but we have already secured our head lifeguard and she has already been scheduled for training, so we won't hopefully have the same issues we had last time.
Excellent.
This is kind of information for you, just the sessions we're doing, are the 19th through the 30th of June, July 17th through the 28th, and then July 31st through August 11th. And that information will be communicated as more information becomes available.
Okay. Excellent.
Good.
Siren.
All right, Siren will be has already cost more.
Weird.
Than it did when we got the initial grant, and it's gonna be going up again in March. So I do need to get a second quote for auditing. I've reached out to 3 different places, I have not heard anything back. Assuming nobody responds, we have met our requirement of trying to find a second quote and not getting it. But I would like approval to purchase and schedule the installation of the siren. $28,756.
So is that after that grant or before?
We have to pay for everything first and then they reimburse us.
Right.
Oh, that's the story.
Yeah, that's
So
what
we've got 7,000 set aside, we budgeted 13,000 for this year, and then the rest would come from there.
Okay.
So,
I don't know.
I would, if you would make the motion to say, pending additional quote.
Maybe we wait till we make a motion, but I just wanted to, 50-foot wooden telephone pole, basically, is $9,500.
Installation.
Yeah, it's installed.
Yeah.
So what does that involve? Drilling a hole in the ground?
No, the pole's there. That's what they're gonna charge
To
install
To
it.
install it
Siren.
on the pole.
On the pole. Okay, I read it as if we're paying that much.
No. So that is the 9,500 that's the crane, that's the
Okay.
everything. That
All right,
goes-
I was just reading this as a,
Yeah.
So
Pole.
the siren that's up here is still gonna be functional or no?
Yes.
So I'm both of them.
This one is at its life expectancy 2 years
Right.
ago.
I get
So,
that.
so yes, it is currently working, and the hope
Well,
is that
yeah.
it will continue to work. But yes, it
My
Yes.
dog lets me know every month that it still works.
yeah. So the thing about it is this siren does the job. It
Yeah.
does where it's supposed to go. But we got a grant for that one, and then if this one goes down, that one
we're good.
does the same.
That won't cover. Why don't we just take this one and take it out to the lake?
Because then you're putting a used piece of equipment onto a system that you don't know if it's gonna work or not.
Well, it'd save us a lot of money. But we got,
It
see like
might
we got
save you a
redundancy
lot.
here, if we got 2 sirens 2 blocks away from each other. You know,
I don't disagree with you, but what I'm saying is that the life expectancy is gone. So to move that out there, now let's say that we put in $3,000 a year into repair and maintenance and everything else. We still don't have to do that siren out there.
I'm totally against having a siren at the lake, but I thought it just to appease those people, maybe we could take this one and put it out there. Then they'd have a siren.
But then you gotta remember that we would be responsible for all maintenance and any costs that are associated with.
Well, if it quits working, it quits working. They don't have one now, at least they got something.
Additional 9,500 to
I
install
mean,
that out
geez.
there.
Yeah,
But I mean, I just can't see having 2 of them. Well,
It still cost us 9,500 just to install it out there. This is
Yeah.
what they're quoting us there, plus to remove it from
right,
here.
right.
For
plus
it to
there's
not
not
to work,
power
we're not.
out there.
If there's any
Yeah.
icing on the cake, somebody wants to purchase the old siren that
Yes,
was
they
on
do.
top of the top, or it was on top of the board. So we'll get a little bit of money.
Cool.
Guessing it'll be scrap value, but
So
Where are we?
we need a
Let's
motion.
buy a siren.
Yeah,
I'll make a motion to spend up to $28,756 for the siren with the pending second proposal or quote.
Make it 3. I'll second.
I have a motion by Jason and a second by Jody to purchase the new siren pending the second quote. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. We'll move on to the city administrator's report.
I completed our annual para exclusion report, monthly sales tax return, working on the audit. After will be here next week. Completed our SAM number renewal for grants and associated things, just the ambulance executive committee, and I drafted preliminary report on chickens for the city of New Richland. Employee birthdays, Jason Surratt from the ambulance, Don Tang and Jennifer Lacey, all ambulance members this month. Employment anniversaries, Tanner Schluter with the ambulance 1 year, Jordan Allen, ambulance 1 year, Don Tanger 1 year for ambulance, and Braden Thompson, fire department, I think he's 1 year as well.
Cool.
Good.
Congratulations.
yeah.
Is there anything else that you guys?
Do we need to approve your report?
You have been.
Okay,
Move to approve the administrator's report.
I'll second that.
have a motion by Lauren and a second by Jason to approve the city administrator's report. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Pass. Now we'll move on to,
We need to adjourn this meeting.
Adjourn it,
Move to adjourn.
second it.
have a motion by Lauren and a second by Janda to adjourn the meeting. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Adjourned at 7:14.